Welcome back, guys. Today, once again, we're going to be doubling your coins, so if you need some more, don't worry, you're in the right place. Drop a like down below, and of course, subscribe. We're giving away 6 copies of EAFC. If you want to win one, send proof over on Instagram that you are subscribed, and at 14k, we'll be giving those 6 away. We're getting ever so close. You guys are smashing it, so make sure to get your entries in, and as usual, if you need coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough, or you're not good enough at the game, then right now, you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. So today we're essentially going to be covering low-end special cards. So first of all, if you go over to Domestic Man of the Match and Premier League, you'll find there are quite a few. So you've got the likes of Mahrez there, you've got Lindelof, we've got Solomon, we've got a couple from City and from United. So United is probably a good place to start. So if you go first over to Man United and you go over to around, I think you're looking at about 16k. Probably a little bit over. You see 17 here, so you've got Lindelof there, and you're also going to have Fred a little bit lower. So if we go down to 16.5, you've got quite a few Lindelofs there. Is a Fred going to pop up yet? Are we going to find ourselves a Fred? Let's have a look. 16, 5. Okay, so they stop at around 16k, and that is for Lindelof. Now, Lindelof's price range, if we go and have a look at that, you are looking at minimum 15.8. So he ruins the filter there. However, if we pop on Brazil, what you will find is we're only going to get Fred. So we've got Fred there, and we do also have Casemiro. So if we go a little bit further up, I don't think you'll have to go far to find Casemiro there, but he's available too. So right now, Fred, the cheapest one is 17,750. Let's just make sure. We've got a 16.5 there. Brilliant. So we're going to list this one up for 17.5. I'd actually probably say 18 is probably more realistic. You've got that one at 17,750, which means 18k seems to be kind of the biting point for these one. EA tax on that is going to be 900 coins. So on that one there at 1650, we would have made 600 coins. If we can get it for 1625, it's going to be a little bit more. So you realistically want to compare price your way to a 16.5 or something less. Now, you do need to check the market value when you do this to make sure they are at the right value to be going ahead with. Now, if you pop yourselves over to UEL Road to the Knockouts, what you're going to find is you've got Paqueta and you've got Moreno. You've also got the likes of Icone as well. So you've got a few players there, 3 of which who are going to be easily sniped on the same filter. So if we go down to 20k, you can see Icone there. You're looking probably, I think 17 seems to be the mark for him, and that's the cheapest. His price range, just to make sure EA haven't done us in with this one, goes down to 10k. So realistically, this card here, you can make a good bit of profit off. The cheapest, we've got 250s there. So realistically, you want to pop this one down. I mean, at 16k, you're going to be losing a little bit to EA tax, but if you can sell it on for 16,250, you're looking at around the 400 or 500 profit. Sorry, it's 17,250, not 16. So you've got a good profit margin there, something available that you can do a little bit with. So it's definitely worth having a go with that. It's not a bad filter, and it's definitely not one where a lot of people are sitting on it. I would say maybe the better way to do this would be to do compare price. I think not many of these are going to be coming up just Icone, but you will find the Morenos and you will find the Paquetas, because people with lower end squads will probably still be using these players anyway. With the Road to the Knockouts, you can do the same. If you go all the way down to 14,250 here, you've got Malin, you've got Tuta, and you've got Forsberg. All of them go a little bit lower, which means once again you can make a good bit off of these. And if you go over to Winter Wildcards, Premier League and French, what you will find is a nice little filter with Kante, Varane and Saint Maximin. Now, all 3 of these fall under the filter. You will obviously find Maximin a little bit more, but because Kante and Varane have got so much cheaper recently, you do have a good chance of getting them too. In terms of the more realistic filters where you're going to just get a lot and it's going to be a little bit easier, you do have this one here. So where we've got Okocha, I don't know how Okocha is still this price. He's probably one of the worst heroes I've played with. I was absolutely so excited to get him, and then unfortunately he was absolutely mud. But you've got Govou and Papin on this one. Now, Govou is still going for a good chunk there. Obviously, Papin is the kind of runt of the litter here. So to remove him, if you go over to Papin on Footbin, you find his minimum. So if we go over here, the max he can go for is 50,000 coins. So if you pop this League One filter in, you pop the max minimum price, sorry, at 51,000 coins, you'll be sniping just the likes of, as you can see, Govou. And if you take off that French, you're going to have Govou and Okocha. So both of them really easily snipeable. Around 200k here, so you're looking at what, 230 maybe? 220 there. So you've got a few here at 200k, and realistically at 200k the EA tax is pretty low. So EA tax on 200k is only going to be 10k. So actually if we can manage to get one at maybe even 190, because this one's so much cheaper than the rest on the market, I'd say if you can pick him up at 190, you can probably sell him on for 210, because that's where the other ones were at on the market. So it's a good little one to just kind of spam out on a compare price. As long as there's a lower one there, it's an easy one to do. Spend a little bit of time on it. Obviously these filters are, as you go up, going to be harder to find the cards, but it's going to be easier to make profit. So where you're spending a little bit more time to get that profit, there's going to be such a bigger amount of profit that you're going to be absolutely laughing. Now over to one of the kind of more pointless specials we've had, Trophy Titans Hero. I mean, realistically, on the bottom end, these guys just were pretty useless. You've got Dudek, you've got Lundberg, you've got Donovan, all on the cheaper end here at 30k. So it's a nice little starting point for you, being that all of them are pretty much as low as you can be. You can snipe them at, I think, 27k, and that's 1.5k profit per snipe. If you go to 27.5, it's a k per, oh, maybe not. I don't know if all of them have just been listed, but that doesn't seem right. Are we being mugged off here? Is the market doing me over, or have we just had a few good ones fall on our lap? I'm not sure. I feel like maybe there's a lower price, maybe 25k. So you're realistically going to be looking at maybe getting these for like 22. If that's the case, obviously, as you can see, sometimes the market can be weird. You might want to steer away from a method when stuff like this happens for a little bit and then come back. Good right now, fantasy for heroes and centre back, because we all got, or most people got, a free card today. So essentially, if you use the premium promo packs they do, if you buy any of those ridiculously priced ones, you will have got a free foot hero today, because they messed up the wording, and essentially they should have given us one. So this filter now, you're going to have a lot more availability on it. As you can see, there's a big berth already. He's basically going for 170. They're coming up for 150. You only really need to get a little bit less than that, and you're pretty much happy with the snipe. So you've got a good opportunity here, I think, especially with the cards where they've been released today. Everyone's got a free one. A lot of people will have relisted cards they had already, got rid of them because, you know, there's been a ton dumped onto the market. I think a lot of people, it turned out, bought that pack. I think I didn't actually see when I bought it that you were gonna get a foot hero, but apparently you were, and we didn't get it, so we've ended up with comp. I actually got Pele, and he's probably one of the worst players I've ever used. He's nowhere near as good as St. Maximin's team of the season. He's just absolutely mud. And talking of moments cards, they are some of the best cards that have been released. I mean, on the higher end, you've got the likes of Goretzka. I mean, how much is he going for right now? He sits on my bench right now, but 950k, absolutely insane. Same for the likes, I mean, Son is incredible, and then you've also got now Fekir as well. You can obviously take this down and just go for French. Obviously, you're going to be looking at Fekir and Lacroix. Really easy filter. Both of them sitting at a similar value. I think Fekir is a little bit more, but being that he's still in packs, it's going to be much easier. Oh my god, he's less. Wow, I thought he was 70k. But being that they are similar price and then pretty much exactly the same price, you're going to be really easily picking up snipes on this guy, especially because he's in packs. So I reckon people will be listening for as low as about 30k. Let's see what the lowest is right now. 36. So if you can get realistically a 33, I don't think you really need more than that. 33. Let's have a look. 30. If we have a look over at what, 37. So at 37, you've got 2 pages. EA tax on that. Oh, 35. 10%. It's essentially 2k. So 35 is a little bit too low. But if we go 34, 500, that's about 600 or 700 coin profit, which is decent at this price. Maybe if you want to take it down to 34, you'll be getting a little bit better. But as I say, Fakir's impacts right now, he's going to be a really easy one to just snipe an absolute ton of. Obviously, if you don't have much luck with that, you take it down to just moments cards. You've got these 3 all sat at around 20k, so that's an easy one. Over to goalkeepers, team of the season. We've got a flurry. You've got Vigorooks, you've got Ramsdale, you've got Testegen, you've got Cobble, you've got Blake, you've got absolute just tons of keepers. So you can pretty much just sit on a keeper filter and spam that with compare price, and you will make a ton of profit. The other options, if you break down the nations, I think Italy, we've got nothing at the minute. Spanish, obviously very easy at the minute with La Liga. You want to go over to Portugal, and what you will find is we've got Ruben Diaz, and then you've also got Bernardo Silva. So these two pretty far away from each other in terms of price, but can be copped on the same filter. Once again, Netherlands, easy one, because you've had the Liga Eredivisie, so they've got a ton of players. Another one where, is Argentina very good? Argentina, you've got Molina and Armada. Both of them, from the looks of things, look to be very similar. Drusi ruins this filter, but if you set the minimum to his max, I think you can get rid of him and just go for Molina and that other guy, and that's quite a nice filter. Finally, I mean, Brazil, once again, really easy one. Couple ways to break this down. If you want to do defenders, Danilo and Militao probably aren't going to come up, but centre midfielders, really easy. Casemiro, Bruno Gomes. Goalkeeper, there's one there. So if you just set up with defenders, that works. There's quite a lot of options when you just break down the nations and team of the seasons. I'm sorry if this has been a little bit of a shorter video. I am actually a little bit in a rush. I've got a few things to be doing today, so I do apologise, but I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you have, and if you use the filters, make sure to let me know, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.